Hey guys, Jeremy Lamb, Senior Vice President here at JLE Industries. I wanted to talk about our winter safe driving and comfort zone driving. We want to make sure that you're staying in the zone where you're comfortable, you're safe, you're happy. No load is worth injuring yourself or endangering yourself or anyone else on the road. Take the time it takes to make sure the load's secure. Take the time it takes to make sure the road is safe. And if you have to get off the road because it's not safe, get off the road. Let's do the right things. Let's be safe. Let's get the cargo where it needs to go. But more importantly, let's get you home.
I'm Leo, one of the driver managers here in operations in Dunbar, PA. We wanted to go over some winter driving tips for you guys to make sure you're safe out there on the roads this winter. JLE always wants to make sure that a driver is never put outside of their comfort zone. This includes driving in hazardous conditions and also if you're feeling too ill or too tired to continue down the road. We always want to make sure that we have a planned stop ahead and that you can get off the road safely. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable before you continue on with your next run. Remember, this is never an excuse to miss a delivery or to extend your home time, but we always want to make sure that you're safe on the road.
Hey guys, John Newcomer. I want to talk to you about being prepared for driving in winter weather. Know the weather. Find out beforehand, before you leave, know what the weather's supposed to be. We all have the information to our fingertips, access to information, weather apps, 511, most states have 511 numbers we can use, TV. If you're not sure, call dispatch, right? Ask them what the weather in your area is supposed to be. It's always a good idea to be prepared. Another thing we want to make sure is always carry food. Of course, we all have refrigerators in our truck now. Most of us carry food, but we want to carry non-perishable items also. If you get stuck in a blizzard, you may be there for 4 days. It has happened, right? I remember a story my dad told me back in the 70s. He was stuck in a blizzard for 4 days. The truck stop ran out of food after 2. So it's always a good idea to have food stocked away that you may need. Just a couple simple items, to keep stocked in your truck. Water, right? Of course, I bought the expensive water today, so I like Fiji water. And non-perishable items like energy bars or granola bars or whatever, beef jerky, Vienna sausages, Spam, whatever it takes, right? Just keep some food stocked away that you may be able to eat in an emergency. Clothing, right? Warm clothing, plenty of it. We never know if our truck freezes up, shuts down. We may be stuck out there for a few hours waiting on a service truck or a mechanic to show up. We want to make sure we can stay warm. If that truck's not running, we're not going to stay warm inside that truck without extra clothing, right? Maybe a sleeping bag and some extra blankets. Always be prepared, guys. You never know what the winter can bring. And we're in early November right now. We're already not here yet, but they're calling for snow tomorrow. We've already had some storms out west, so it looks like it's going to be a doozy this year. Let's stay prepared.
Good afternoon, this is Dan, maintenance technician for JLE Industries. You guys might know me as the guy comes up to you and asks what you're here for and are you on the board. Hey, it's getting cold out there. Winter's fast approaching us. And we're gonna go over some topics here for preventive maintenance on your tractors. As everyone is well aware, fuel when it gets cold will gel up on you. We like to run the Polar Power anti-gel. Any of it's good. Make sure that you put it in, especially if you're running down south where they don't treat the fuel. If you run down south, come up north, it's gonna gel up on you. So make sure you run it. It's not gonna hurt if you're still running down there because it cleans the fuel system also. We put half a bottle in each tank every time you fill up. And another good note is at least have a half a tank of fuel at all times. Don't ever run it low overnight. Your truck shuts off, there's more of a chance it'll gel up on you. Hey, one quick note. Every night, we'd like you guys to drain your air tanks. Just find the rip cords here and pull them a little bit. And then stand back here and look and see. If you're getting any kind of water out of there, your airline system's gonna freeze up. If you are getting any water in it, try to get back to the shop as soon as you can so we can change your air dryer filter. That is one of the key parts for winter driving. Another thing we're gonna go over is the S-bar heater in the bunk. Even if you're running in Texas and down south where it's not really, really cold, turn your S-bar heater on and let it run for 10 minutes, at least once a week. And that way all the fuel that comes out of the tank up to the burner, it's gonna be clean and it's not gonna let you down. Hey guys, whenever I was driving, my two best friends was Windex and good old paper towels. When you're driving, your mirrors are gonna get messed up. Never know who's coming up behind you. Visibility is very, very key out there, guys. Okay guys, engine coolant. Make sure that's topped off. We run 50-50. We have it here. It's pre-mixed. You can get the pre-mixed out on the road, but make sure it's topped off. Do not add just water unless it's a dire emergency and you get okayed by Ollie or Elizabeth. Another thing I want to discuss is the tire pressure. Whenever the temperature outside drops, your tire pressure is going to drop. We run between 100 and 110 PSI in a tire. Okay, another thing that we'd like to go over is the belts and tensioners. Make sure that you check them, make sure they're in good condition. If your truck starts chirping, when you first start hearing it, try to get back to the shop so that we can get it corrected. Your washer fluid, make sure it's topped off every day. You don't know when it's going to start snowing. You want to be able to see. Wiper blades, very, very important. Okay guys, this is Dan from maintenance with a couple of winter tips, and you guys stay safe and stay proudly driven.
Hey guys, Chris Morgan here. One of the drivers here at JLE. They just asked me to do a little piece on you to help you guys out, maybe some things that you didn't think about being prepared for the wintertime, some things that I've seen out there. So, first things first, what you want to keep in your truck. Bottled waters, things that are unperishable, you know, maybe it's like Vienna sausages, something like packs of tuna, something that you don't need to cook, but you can take out of the package and eat. Just in case for some reason you need to shut down, you can't get anywhere, your truck isn't starting, something like that. Next thing I would say, do your best not to set your trailer brakes. If you're in a really, really cold area or it gets extremely cold at night and you just drove through wet, sometimes they won't release. But if you do have to set them, try to be prepared and get one of those portable butane torches. You can keep those in the truck, and if your air canisters do lock up, you can get underneath, you can unlock them, and you can get on down the road. You don't have to call roadside, get somebody else out in the hazard that no one wants to be in. Just a couple of things. Maybe an extra blanket or two, an extra sweatshirt in case your truck doesn't start and you're waiting for the tow truck. You need to make sure that you stay warm. You gotta be careful out there during the winter time. Personal experiences out in the winter time. Man, we don't go out west that much, but when we do get giant storms, one of the smartest things I can ever think of, if you're on a 2-lane highway, run where there's clear tire tracks. Don't be that knucklehead that goes over in the left-hand lane and tries to pass everybody doing 90 miles an hour. It's not worth it. You don't know where the edge of the road is, especially if the plows haven't been there. Just be smart, slow down, and get your load there on time. You don't get paid if the load doesn't get there. Our job is to get the load there safe. If it ever gets to the point where you feel completely uncomfortable out there, or you feel like you get on a road and they say change required, no load is worth that. Pull over, stop. If you feel uncomfortable, nobody here at JLE is going to make you run that load. It's better to be safe, wait the storm out, wait for the plows to come, then try to get on down the road and you end up in a ditch. We lose the load, we lose the truck, we lose the trailer. You may even lose your life. It's not worth it. Just stop.
I'm Sarah, one of the account managers in the Southwest region, and I want to talk to you guys about a couple more pointers for winter safe driving. As drivers, we know that you're experts in when you feel comfortable driving and how you drive best. The same way we trust you to tell us when you're fatigued and when you're not feeling well, we want you to tell us when you're not feeling comfortable to drive in the weather as well. That's what the Winter Safety Pledge is about. And that's why we're signing the pledge too. As managers, we pledge to trust you when you tell us that conditions are not safe for you to drive in, but you have to be able to tell us when the weather is just too much. So this winter, please make sure you stay safe and sign the pledge. This is Sarah with Planning, asking that you stay safe this winter and stay proudly driven.
So as you've seen, it's very important that you, our driver, are in charge this winter. We want you at all times to use winter safe driving and comfort zone driving. We trust you to know when you're outside your comfort zone and be able to stop. We support you 100% when you have these opportunities that you must stop. Don't misuse it, but make sure that if there's a possibility of bad conditions and you don't feel comfortable, we want you to stop and be safe at all times. After all, there is no load and no responsibility that is worth your life or putting others in jeopardy while you're on the road. Stay safe, stay proudly driven at JLE this winter.